Hello, family. Here we are for another episode of Funnel Chat. I am your host, Mark. As always, I like to start this audio off by putting us in the mood, in a relaxing mood, for us to just calm down and relax from the week that we've had. This is our opportunity to forget everything that's been on our mind for the entire week and just put it all out here and relax. I love this opportunity to come on and chat with you. If you're listening out there, just give me a hashtag I'm listening, and if not, then maybe you're catching this on the replay. So you may be listening to this as a series, and if so, I welcome you. Welcome to this funnel chat, and I hope that you've enjoyed all these episodes that I bring you, and most importantly, I hope that by me sharing my insights that I have gained throughout the week, that you gain some personal insights yourself, maybe some inspiration, maybe something that motivates you. And today's chat, today's chat is congratulations, your funnel flopped. Congratulations. That's a that's a very a different statement. It's a different statement. I don't know if most people would say congratulations. And the topics for the week always come to me a day before I actually are set to record this live. And this week has been a an experience that I had with someone who launched their funnel, and it didn't go as expected. This funnel didn't go as expected, and I think the title of this live audio is sort of a I wouldn't say sarcastic, but it is it's a way of looking at things. So it is a point of view when you launch your funnel and it flops. What does flop mean in actuality? And should you be upset that what you think is a flop should you be upset about that? Should you be upset that your funnel flopped? And that's the argument. Well, that's the point that I'm making with the title of this live audio. Congratulations, it flopped. When you go through and you realize that, okay, so I was talking to someone this week, and you know, they were giving me these all of these reasons why they felt the funnel wasn't working. And it was ranging from uh, change the headline, it was change the color of the buttons, it was I'll move this image over to the right, it was I think I need a I think I need to another button at the bottom. It was all of these answers that they were coming up as the reason why the funnel flopped. And I'm here to tell you that there's one reason why the funnel flopped. There's one reason. It's not 10, not 20, it's not 30 different problems, but there's one problem, because it's not enough for you to have an offer. It's not enough for you to have the best, the strongest, the fastest product. Be honest with you, I've heard people say this time and time again, but maybe you've heard it, that the graveyard is filled with great inventions. it's filled with great inventions and it's filled with great innovations. And they go to the grave. And they go to the grave because it's not enough to have that best product. And people can make the best product and still not make a sale. Still not get one person to click through to that page and still not be successful. And it's not that the product isn't successful. It's not that you need a different color button or you need to uh, change two words that you're saying inside of that video. Well, it may be a couple of words. You know, those could be potential problems. So I won't say those aren't, but there's one major problem, and it's the absolute number one reason why it's not working. And you should be happy when you can actually get this information, because if you launch a funnel and you don't get any feedback, or if you launch a funnel and all of a sudden you've got, you know, super big success, and you feel as though you can just do that again without any any research, any careful consideration of your offer, then that could hurt you in the long run. But I'm here to say that on every on when every situation occurs, there is a good thing that happens, and there's also could be bad thing that happens. So when you have success, there is a flip side of that. And the same at the same point, when you have a failure, there's also a flip side to that. And once you but when your funnel flops, when you fix this one problem and you have this one problem dialed in and then you practice it, then you will not have to worry about your funnels flopping. So a quick reset for the room. Today's chat is congratulations, your funnel flopped. And talking about that today, and that one problem is your message. Your message and the messaging. When you build a funnel, it you have to create a message that causes your audience to believe that you have found the solution to their problem. And they need to think that you've been working on their problem and that you've been thinking about their problem well before they even knew about you, and that you found the solution. So, for example, if for example, let's say let's say you have a high school, uh, one of your child is in ninth grade, and your ninth grader is your ninth grade teenager is always coming to you and saying to you, "Daddy," or "Daddy, hey, I want to learn how to dunk." You know, he's about 5'9". He is playing basketball and he's out there, wants to make it on the team, and he's coming to you every day and saying, "I want to learn how to dunk. I want to learn how to dunk. Daddy, I want to learn how to dunk. Daddy, I want to learn how to dunk." He's coming to you every day saying this. And so you don't have to make that teenager want to learn how to dunk. They already want to learn how to dunk. Now, if you're a business owner and you've created a program that allows uh, people that are like 5'9", 5'10", it teaches them how to dunk. You don't have to. You don't have to create any desire in that team to want to learn how to dunk. They already want to learn how to dunk. You just have to create a message that causes them to believe that you found the solution to their problem. And they need to think that you've been working on their problem and you found the solution before you even knew about them. So if I've created this program that teaches people who are 5'9", 5'10" how to dunk, it's automatic that they will want what I have to offer. And your funnel will automatically speak directly to their problem that they have been working on. And when you create your message, they will think, oh, wow, this guy's been working on this well before I even knew who he was. But this is exactly what I want. And when you can create a message inside of your funnels that are solving problems, because that's what we do, we're solving problems as entrepreneurs. And when we solve those problems, and when people think that we have been working on solving their problems for years, or even when they believe that we've gone through the same problem that they're going through, but we have found the solution. And I want to say one other thing about this, because when when somebody buys from you for the first time, and they are not buying from you because they know how good the product is. They couldn't possibly know how good the product is because they haven't used it to know if it's even good or not. Now, they purchase it because they may have heard someone else that had the same problem as them purchase your solution and get the results. And then they said, oh gosh, if it worked for them, it should work for me. Because people purchase from you because of what they hear. It's not because they've actually tried your product. It's not because they have actually experienced it. But you create a message that has them believe that this your product is the solution, and it will give the result, or it will solve their problem, the exact problem that they're looking for a solution. And you hear so many people talking about, we're problem solvers. Entrepreneurs, we solve problems. That's what we do. We solve problems, and we do. Are you enjoying this video? Now's the time to smash that heart button and hit the subscribe. What are you waiting for? You'll be glad you did. Now back to the video. We're problem solvers. Entrepreneurs, we solve problems. That's what we do. We solve problems, and we do. And you'll notice when you listen to the very best online marketers that they are pointing out problems that are being solved. And I'll give you another example, because this week has been I have had an awesomely productive week. It's been full of uh, it's been full of a lot of everything. Actually, it's been full of a lot. It's been full of increasing my ability to tell better stories. Now, this is this may be an endorsement for a book, an audio book that I recently picked up, and it's called The Hero's Two Journeys, and it was written by Michael Haig, who is the consultant to major motion pictures, state well networks, or actually movie, not networks, but the companies that actually produce the films. And every successful uh, book, well, every successful movie, every successful story follows this one framework that these this guy has developed, and he consults them from Disney to Fox to the movies Titanic, and that story is a one with just three points to the story. There is a character, and that character has a desire, and they face a conflict on the way to reaching that desired results. Now, the number one thing that is uh, preventing your funnel from being successful is your message and your messaging. And when you can have people to put themselves in in the shoes of you and let them know how you were that character, how you had the same desire as them, and how you face that wall or that conflict. You yourself face the same conflicts that they're facing, but you were able to use your solution to overcome that and reach your desire. And that is what prompted my funnel chat today. When you learn to tell those stories in your messaging, that's what gets people to move. It's that story. And they call it, you go to the movies because they move you. It's called a movie because it actually moves you. And everyone wants to see themselves in that character, that story. And it's an instinctual thing that we do as humans. We've been programmed from a young age that when we hear once upon a time or let me tell you a story when, we kind of go into this really bright-eyed uh, interest interest in, and we get prepared when we hear those words. Our brain says, okay, I'm going to hear a story. And when you hear those stories, and that's the reason why you can go to a movie and the movie is not real characters. You know that the Titanic did not really sink. You know that these things are not real. Yet and still, you have these emotional reactions, tears, tearing, crying, that feeling, that emotion that just pulls up out of you where you feel for that character. And there is a a specific a specific way you can structure your story. There's a specific way you can structure your messaging to have that same effect. And when you can become much better, when you can practice that, when you can integrate this into your funnels, this is when people will begin to move. They'll begin to take action. And I have, over the past couple of weeks, I have conducted a few experiments. And that's a great thing. It's you learn a new strategy or a tactic, and then the next part is you actually implement it. You want to test it to see the results that you get. And oh my gosh, I will tell you, I changed the storytelling on my emails that I sent out this week, and they were more story based. And I'm just gonna go in here and take a look at, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. It took my open rate. Well, okay, so I've had pretty good open rates here. I'm looking at it right now. Okay, so I've had pretty good open rates, but I've had some pretty awesome open rates. That's what I'll say. I'll say, oh man, it's been going up into the 40% range because of how I made this adjustment in the storytelling in my email marketing, and I've absolutely noticed it. And I'm looking at the numbers here, and not just the open rates, but also the click-through rates. I'm getting higher click-through rates onto my emails than I've ever had before, just implementing these story-based strategies. I had someone come to me this week and ask about the type of messages that you send to get people to convert, and what type of messages can be sent when you're welcoming someone to your email list, or how do you continue to think of new ideas of what to send. That's a big problem that a lot of people have when it comes to your email marketing, because I'll be honest with you, um, when you say a funnel flops, a funnel can only flop if you stop communicating, because a funnel does not stop from a landing page and a thank you page. If you if you want to make your funnel successful, you'll need to have you'll need to nurture those leads over a period of time. And over time, as your leads warm up to you, they will come around, and but they won't always opt in, they won't always buy immediately. I've done another live audio where I talked about how I made this big mistake in the beginning, and I had a huge list of non-buyers on my email list, and I talked about what I did to turn that list of, I think it was about 300 at that time. And I really had to step back and figure out how would I turn this list that was not even opening my emails, not definitely not clicking, and how was I going to turn this email list into buyers? And I figured out what to do. You want to check out that one. It's actually part of this same audio series. I believe it's called Freebie Seekers, how to turn freebie seekers into buyers. If you're listening to this um, in the Facebook group, you can look through the guide section. If you're listening to this on in a set or some other channel, just do a search and find it. But you must learn to communicate storytelling. And there's an exact structure to tell stories that are breaking your customers' objections. That's next level right there. That is next level. It's next level when the stories that you tell are shifting your customers' belief, because they're serving two purposes. They're moving their mindset from focusing on one one area, and where they're at is where they can't see themselves with your product. They can't see themselves using your product. They can't see themselves being successful with your product. But when you can tell that story, that shifts their mind, and it puts those images, or how I like to say, it paints the picture of them having your product and being successful, and it paints that picture in their head. Because there's one more thing that I'm going to say before I end this audio. I'm right at about that 20-minute mark. I tell you, this time goes fast. If you're watching live, if you're listening live, hashtag live. If you're listening on the replay, hashtag replay. So that one thing that I want to let you know is that every person, that when you make a purchase, every person makes a purchase twice. they make that purchase once in their mind before they make a purchase in real life. And when you can paint the pictures with your words, paint the pictures with your words of them buying your product, of them having your product, and them on the other side of that wall with the solution, feeling great, having their desire fulfilled, that freedom, that relaxation, that worry free, that don't have to worry about uh, all your worries about your relationship not working, your possible divorce, or this is going to be taken care of. All their worries about wanting to move into a new house, needing to fix their credit, worried about going and trying to apply for a home and not being approved. But after your solution, now they're going to rest easy in their new home and have a great time. So remember, they make the purchase once in their heads, and the second time they can make it in real life. But if they don't make it in their heads first, they can't possibly make it in real life. And that's my chat today, family. That is my chat. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. That is the funnel chat today. Thanks so much for listening in. If you're just starting out online, you're probably studying a lot. That's great. You're probably geeking out on all the strategies also, right? Well, that's also great. But the hardest part is figuring out how to communicate in a way that makes someone want to buy from you and how you should sell to them, right? Well, that's also what I struggled with for a while until I found the formula. So I created this free 5-day challenge called the Make More Money Marketing Challenge to get you on track with your marketing and, more importantly, the right sales scripts and processes to get it off the ground and getting people to take you up on your products, services, and your opportunities. You want to come? But there's small groups on purpose so I can answer your direct questions for 5 straight days. You can hold your spot by going to www.thementalmarketer.com/4M challenge sign up. Again, that's thementalmarketer.com/4M challenge sign up. Check the site for dates and times. I'll see you on the inside.